Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, I think I may have found a hidden pattern which explains why Bitcoin started retracing or started pulling back a little bit. So, let me show you what this hidden Bitcoin pattern is and discuss whether or not you should be concerned. And also, what else is going on in our world of crypto? Let's discuss. So, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news articles and guides on CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome. As always, lively crowd. Things are looking, I would say, good, but of course, we have a little bit of a dip, a little bit of correction. You can see a whole bunch of, look at the volume right here, a whole bunch of sell volume out of the blue. This is on the 1 hour, and it does seem like we are going to flip from here and turn up, at least short term. But what about the longer term? Why did Bitcoin all of a sudden loses support at 50,000 and it seems like it wants to come down? Well, I may have found something that explains this. And actually, I was wondering the same thing, but a fan sent me an email this morning. I started looking into it more, and I'm like, maybe there is something to this hidden pattern. Well, what is it? Well, let me zoom out. Okay, you see a lot of arrows. What do those represent? Well, it seems like for the past month of August, every Monday through Thursday, we see a good type of correction. And then from Thursday night, it starts rallying. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all good days. But then Monday, it comes down and it goes down until Thursday. Coincidence? I don't know. Are the whales following a certain pattern? What is causing this? Well, take a look. So, starting from August, right? August 2nd. So August 2nd was around here. Actually, I take that back. So August 2nd, you can see obviously Bitcoin went from 40,000 all the way down until about 37,000, and that ended Thursday. After Thursday, boom. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then you come Monday, which is the 9th, and then again, Bitcoin goes from 47 down to 43 something, and then afterwards, boom. Okay, Bitcoin goes to 48,000. This is now the 16th, so this was last week. So about 48,000 retraces back down to about 44,000, somewhere around here, and then boom, all the way up to 50,000, and then now, starting from Monday, which was yesterday, or actually, yes, starting from Monday, yesterday, the 23rd, that would be around the top, right around here. Right, so you could actually draw an arrow, and will this continue on until this Thursday to complete this 4-week pattern? Maybe. But what is the good news? Well, after every single dip, a temporary dip, guess what? Bitcoin goes up and forms another high and continues to go higher, right? So if this does continue, and let's say we do retrace a bit more, maybe we go back down to 47, maybe even 46. But guess what's going to happen? Thursday, we're going to see that tremendous pump upwards. And this time, maybe finally, once and for all, Bitcoin breaks above 50,000 and stays above $50,000. Interesting. Now, I went back and I looked at July. It wasn't like this. So this is not like a long-term, like yearly pattern. It just started occurring this month. So whatever the case be, I don't know. Maybe there's some whale just setting their bots to sell on a schedule or something like that. Who knows? But you know what? We know overall Bitcoin is going higher, right? So what should you do about it? Should you be concerned about this? No. If anything, take advantage of it. If Bitcoin and the crypto market does come down in the next 2-3 days, right? Take advantage. Buy the dip. Dollar cost average, right? Get into some of the altcoins that have been so hot and been going up and up, including the ones I talked about last night. I had people ask me in the chat afterwards, like, George, should I buy in right now? I'm like, no, a lot of these or really high already. So wait for a correction, wait for a dip. And we're starting to see some of that right now, just some. I mean, honestly, this is very, very tame. This is not something like a huge 30% correction or something like that. No, it's just a few percentage points. But I just thought that was pretty interesting to point out. But overall, if you look at the entire market, we're still around a little bit below 2.1 trillion. And you can see today, yeah, we have some red. But overall, for the week and for the month especially, you still have some great movers, great projects that is still executing and making big moves and doing fantastic things within the ecosystem. And that's what we want to see. All right, so what happened? What else happened today? There's actually a lot. A lot has happened today. I'm going to get rid of this. Yes, there we go. So what else happened today? Well, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. I was just about to say, what happened to Michael Saylor? I have not heard from him in a long time. Well, he decided to purchase some more Bitcoins, or at least he revealed it today. 177 million more. This time around, the average was 45,000 per Bitcoin. So obviously, this time around, he's actually in the green. The last few, actually the last 3 or 4 were all like in the red. As soon as he bought it, it goes down, right? But one wonders why he didn't decide to buy when Bitcoin was just at 29 or 28 or 30 or 33 just a few weeks ago. Why wait until now to buy in the 40s again or high 40s? I don't know. It seems like, Michael Saylor is obviously playing the long game, DCAing the long term, but seems like, his buys are very random. They're not set on a schedule. They're not set based on anything. It just seems like whenever he has money, he just buys. And I guess that's okay because Bitcoin is going to continue higher. It doesn't really matter if you're buying at 45 or 40 or 30, right? If you know that it's going to be 100,000 plus, it's insignificant in the future, right? So overall, if you look at it, he had, or at least MicroStrategy had, about 105,000 Bitcoins, which is worth about $5 billion. So he added a few more. So now it pushes that number up to about 109,000 Bitcoins, about $5.3 billion. Wow. That's a lot. I mean, MicroStrategy is still a relatively small company, and they hold more than double what Tesla holds and Galaxy Digital holds and everyone else, right? Not even close. Square is a huge company and only holds about 8,000 Bitcoins. Puts things into perspective how bullish Michael Saylor is. And this literally could, he may be like putting himself in history books. When Bitcoin is at $1 million, $10 million someday, and you look back in history, who took advantage of it the most? Besides the early guys, but who took advantage of the revolution when Bitcoin started to really rise up and get institutional adoption? Well, it would have to point to Michael Saylor, right? I mean, he kind of led the charge, led the way. You could almost argue that he blindly just kept buying and buying and buying, right? Until Bitcoin reached 1 million or 10 million or wherever it may be in 10, 20, 50 years, right? And by then, MicroStrategy could be worth trillions and trillions and trillions, tens of trillions or hundreds of trillions of dollars. And Michael Saylor himself will probably be the richest man on earth at that point. So, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Still shows you how early we are, though. What else is there? Well, according to this, the number of Bitcoins held, okay, within the last 6 to 12 months have risen sharply from 1.4 million to 3.2 million. What does this mean? Holders that are holding at least 6 months to all the way to 12 months. You know what? They've been holding more, and not only that, buying more. So some of the newcomers in this space have also just bought and held. And this makes sense because we're in August now. right? So a lot of people that entered in beginning of the year, January, February, that's about 6 months now. So they actually add in. So when we had a whole bunch of people enter earlier this year and they continue to hold and held and bought more and DCA'd, right? This adds to it. But that number has jumped up significantly, which again proves that there are more people coming into the space and more people that's simply holding. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. This Bitcoin revolution is led not only by the institutions and public trade companies on MicroStrategy, but also by retail investors, at least the smart retail investors. Many came in, panicked, and got out, but many came in and stayed. And you know what? This kind of proves that. All right, what else is there? Institutions are also betting big on Solana. So we know Solana had pretty big weeks, last 2 weeks, mostly because of NFTs, but this argues that no, it's not just NFTs. There is a lot of institutional investors that's actually buying into Solana. And this is actually according to CoinShares. If you look at the weekly flow, it actually even surpasses Cardano, which is a much bigger project, and Ethereum, and everything else out there, including Bitcoin. So this is flows by asset into projects. So Solana led the week. Kind of shows you this is one project you don't want to be sleeping on. Solana is getting bigger, gaining more traction, and it continues to rise up. All right, before all these super chats disappear, let me look. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Someone asked, will it follow ADA? What will follow ADA? You mean, will ADA follow Bitcoin's chart? Well, right now, it's not for sure. Each time it drops 10%, we're going to 45. No, that's not true. What else is there? Looks like a broadening wedge pattern. I don't know. Could be. I'm not relying on any patterns at this point. Scrolling down, what do you think about today's news of Casper Labs working with Amazon? I did not pick that up. I may search for that real soon. What else is there? Am I a genius if I buy Lambo stock now? I don't know, maybe. Why don't you just buy the Lambo instead? Who's the closest whale to Satoshi, excluding Grayscale Trust? And do you like Telcoin? I do like Telcoin. Who's the closest whale? I don't know. Michael Saylor, Max Kaiser. I don't know who else is holding a ton of Bitcoins. There's a lot of people that are hidden, so who knows? All right. What else is there besides Solana? Cardano is launching in Japan. Guess when? Tomorrow. So this will be a big occasion. Many people have brought it up before. This will be the first time, I believe, that Cardano has, first time Cardano will debut in Japan. They got the okay from the regulator. So now, BitPoint, I never heard of them, but they will be releasing them, and soon every other exchange in Japan will probably be listing them too. So can this be a big event for Cardano? I've been talking a lot about buy the rumor, buy the news, right? I know the quote is buy the rumor, sell the news. And someone called me on it. I'm like, no, I get it. I get what the quote is. But right now, everything for Cardano is it pumps before an event, and then it doesn't dump afterwards. It continues pumping. So can this push Cardano even higher? Yesterday, it got as high as $2.96, almost $3. Today, it's taking a breather, a good breather, 9%, right? But we know Cardano has just been going up and up and up and up. So tomorrow, can this be a catalyst to drive it higher again? Maybe. And of course, the big thing is, of course, Goguen, which is coming in about less than 30 days now. Something else, another big one is Kusama, the Parachain auctions. Second batch, it is going to start 9/1. So that is coming in the near future. So that's next week. But I did want to mention it because Kusama, which is the sister chain of Polkadot, continues to push their Parachain auctions, which means there's a lot of these projects that are spinning on board. And of course, after Kusama has their Parachain auctions, then this moves to Polkadot having their Parachain auction. So this is a way to just get in really good dApps on top of Kusama's blockchain and Polkadot's blockchain. But this is coming. So I thought I'd mention it. So if you guys want to participate, you definitely can. All right, so what else is there? Finally, I saw this, and this was on the first page right here. You could see it. You could see it. Out of all the things that CNBC could be showing, they wanted to make sure that people saw this headline front page in front of people's faces. And I think they did this on purpose because they know Bitcoin is coming down today. So is this kind of coordinated? Maybe. But Coinbase, look at this headline. Coinbase slammed for what users say is a terrible customer service after hackers drained their account. See, the problem with this article is the second half. Second half of this. The first one we know, almost all of us know that Coinbase customer service sucks. And our, what we secretly were wishing for when they went and had their IPO was that it would all be fixed, right? But it wasn't. There's still customer service issues. Brian Armstrong promises to hire hundreds of people to help with that. So I think the first part of this is fine. Slam for what users say is terrible customer service. But the second part is what causes FUD. Here's the thing. After hackers drain their accounts. So if you're someone new and you look at this headline, you're thinking, wow, this is horrible. If I have a Coinbase account, it can be hacked at any time. And then I'm done, right? See, that's the problem with this headline. Now, according to CNBC, they interviewed a lot of people, a lot of families that did lose a significant amount of money on Coinbase. But what they don't say is how they lost it. They don't dig down, and the users don't know any better. Okay, if the users, had they turned on F2A, had they turned on Google Authenticator or Authy and had that going, most likely this would not have happened. But some people, when they get into Coinbase, they use text messages for 2FA, and some just use email. And those we know can be hacked. We have seen SIM swaps before. We have seen, computers infected with viruses or malware. So it's almost certain that these people got hacked because of those reasons. Not because Coinbase itself was hacked, and not because Coinbase is hacked and they're not taking responsibility for it. It's because the users were hacked themselves. But this puts the blame directly on Coinbase, and this article and title just makes it look really bad. Like, oh, you go get hacked anytime and Coinbase is not going to do anything about it, right? And what it comes down to is you have to prepare. You have to secure your own account. So that's the problem with this. That's the problem with this, and this is in the front page of CNBC, right on a down day too. So this is definitely not helping what's going on right now. So yeah, I just want to point that out. I'm not thrilled with something like this. So outside of that, that's really it. Today is Tuesday, unfortunately. Today would be a good day. Well, maybe I'll get my opportunity, but today is a good day to DCA. But looking at my portfolio, it is doing pretty darn good. Up 3,600%, almost 9,500. Last 30 days, even counting today, is still up about 70%. So tomorrow, I will DCA a little bit more, but with these things, most of the altcoins have been so hot. But Bitcoin, since Bitcoin dominance has been coming down, right? You can see my overall BTC share of my portfolio has been decreasing. Even though last week I DC'd into Bitcoin, it's still coming down. And that's because all these other altcoins are just doing fantastic at this point. So I think that's pretty much it. All right, so before I get into Q&A, I do have a new sponsor today. And it's one that I've covered before. And it's one that a lot of people is interested in because it's a way to make passive income with mining without actually buying mining equipment or utilizing something like cloud mining. So they are called GoMining, and they are actually a legit mining company. So you could see here, they actually have a YouTube channel that streams nonstop 24/7 that shows you their facility, which has about 200 megawatts worth of mining equipment out there. Okay, so they are actual mining company, but what they're doing is integrating their tokens where it gives people passive income. So how do they do that? Well, they peg their token to basically hash power. That's really what it comes down to. One of their tokens equal a certain amount of hash power. So it's easy to divide. It's easy to divide. They tell you exactly how much terahertz they have right now in terms of hash power. And then they divide it out by how many users, and they tell you exactly how much is being paid every day. For example, yesterday was 1.16 BTC. And you could track it. You don't have to just rely on their word. Everything is tracked through the blockchain, right? So you could see exactly how much was paid out and who is going to. So pretty unique system. So basically, they're the best of both worlds. With cloud mining, you're basically buying time and hash rate, but the time runs out. With this, it's infinitely. So as GoMining gets bigger and bigger and bigger, they add more mining machines. There's going to be more hash rate. And with that hash rate, right, they're going to release more tokens, but they counter that with coin burning. So they actually do burn quite a lot. Last time they added more hash rate, they decided to burn 50% of the token. So overall, with their burning, it counteracts how much tokens are actually being released, especially if you versus how much hash power they're adding to their entire farm. So very interesting concept. They also recently decided to get themselves certified. They went to Cert K to audit their smart contract, to audit their system, and everything that was reported being a finding, they have fixed. And according to GoMining token, they also got expert opinions on whether or not their token is a security or a utility. And yes, it's deemed a utility. So if you're interested, check out GoMining. I have their URL, and they have a bonus code they want to let you guys use. And if you use it, you get double the amount of rewards for the next 30 days. And you put that code into your account after you sign up. So there you go. Check them out if you are interested. All right, guys. Now let's do some Q&A. All right, I'm back. All right, scrolling up. Let's see if I missed any more super chats. What are your thoughts on Doge? Should I sell or hold? I mean, it depends. If you've been holding Doge for quite some time and you made a lot of money, then why not hold it? And also depends on your portfolio distribution. Are you following 50-25-25 rule? 50% Bitcoin, 25% in big cap, 25% in small cap. If you're all Doge, then obviously, yeah, you probably should diversify a little bit. So it depends on your situation. Benjamin says, after due diligence, I believe ACH will blow past Dash and AMP. Thoughts? I don't know if it'll blow past them, but it definitely has the potential there. It was something I mentioned last night. What else is there? Marquise asks, crypto is the best way to transfer wealth to the non-wealthy. NFTs are the best way to transfer that wealth back to the rich. 1,000 ETH. Well, but that's not true though. It seems like that's the case. CryptoPunks was released in 2017, and there was something else like Crypto Rocks or something like that. People bought them for like next to nothing. A lot of people bought them next to nothing because at that time NFT craze was not a big thing. So people were like, you know what? Why should I buy it? I mean, those people that bought early, they achieved a ton of wealth recently. So that's not exactly true, Marquise. And there are a lot of people that are creating NFTs right now. And there's a lot of people that is buying and trading NFTs. I know that for sure. There's a lot of gaming NFT stuff that you can earn that you don't have to buy. So that's not, I don't think that's true, what you just said. Jeremy asks, George, I was robbed. Any way I could get a hold of the thief to ask for my funds back? I don't know if you're joking or not, but no. The only thing you could do is you could track the blockchain activity to where it's going and report it to authorities and work with them on getting your funds back. That's the only way. So hopefully, I'm hoping you're joking, but it sounds like you're not. Should I be buying into Phantom right now? I like Phantom. I think they're promising layer 2, layer 2 and their own blockchain solution. So yeah. What's WTC? Walton Chain, yeah, but no, they're nothing like that anymore. They lost all their traction, so no. Have you heard about ADEX, the Cardano DEX? Supposedly a scam, but like your thoughts. Oh, if it's a scam, then you don't need to ask me for my thoughts. I don't even want to pull it up because if it is a scam, I don't want people to recognize it. So, I mean, if it's, what's that old saying? If it looks like one, walks one, smells like one, then it is one, right? And if that's the case, then it is. NFT projects seem daunting to get into. Any advice or direction? How are you trying to get into it? You're trying to play a game? You're trying to create one? I don't get what you're trying to do. If you're trying to create one, I mean, it's relatively easy to create. But are you trying to, like, if you're saying, like, how to get into one to make money, well, that just takes research. Zilliqa and Harmony to $1. I don't know. Yeah, why not? 10x for Zilliqa, and yeah, 10x. If Bitcoin goes to 100,000, I think that's almost 100% certain, because Bitcoin still needs to go about 2.5, 3x, and some of the smaller caps, like Harmony and Zilliqa, promising blockchains that have a lot of things going on. Yeah, they could definitely do it. All right. Why do you use this coin market aggregator versus site like Nomics? I don't know what Nomics is. Do you think SPI and GSPI provide some good usage in cryptosphere? Shopping, I'm not sold on. They've been hyped up for quite a bit. Supposedly you could buy things with crypto. I doubt many people are using them. So that's the thing. It's the same thing with StormX. People ask me how StormX is. They have a good ecosystem. Simon is a good guy, but you need more users. So that's really what it comes down to. Alpaca Finance, listed on Binance and Nexus partnership. I think they're on Binance Smart Chain, right? Oh. They're relatively small. 32 million. Not relatively, they are very small. Microcap, leverage yield farming. Yeah, I'm not into yield farming or leverage yield farming, so no, I don't know anything about it. Can you look into NFT Tree? It's pretty awesome. Happy birthday, but it does not show up. Too new of a project. Rarible NFT Marketplace. It's been out for a while. They had some intention with Jake Paul and his NFT, I believe, but it just never caught on. I think there's too many NFT marketplaces out there. So anything that's with Ethereum, you just go with OpenSea. They're the only one, even though they don't have their own token. They should have their own token. But yeah, with Ethereum, everyone's on OpenSea. So, all right. Anything else? Can you say hi to my son, Ethan? Hey, Ethan. Formula E NFT release on Binance the 26th. Is that Rev? Rev is from Animoca Brands. They're all about motorsports. So, is this being listed on Binance, or they're already? I know they're on KuCoin, so maybe they are going to be listed on Binance. I don't know. That's based on what someone just said. Anything else? NKN. I don't know about NKN. I mean, they're a very encompassing project, trying to create a new internet, new decentralized internet. Kind of like what Sidecoin is trying to do with their Skynet kind of feature. So those are very hard to do. I mean, come on, to create a new internet using the nodes. I mean, maybe someday, Maybe someday, but you know, right now seems like this is very, very early, and I don't know if this could be done. This is the very, David asked, this is the very first bull market Wall Street's involved. Do you think we may see a very different run up? Yes. Yes, I do. In a positive manner. Because these guys that are buying, they don't want to lose. And a lot of people buying are basically the big dogs that hold for decades. So I definitely do think this bull run could be different and could extend and could just continue on. I don't think the drops that we'll see is different. Is going to be the same as before. It'll be different. But I guess we'll see. We'll see. Doesn't mean that there won't be any dips, but I just don't think it'll be similar to before. There's nothing to say about Theta's recent price movement. It's fine. It's fine. How do you feel about Dash? I'm not a fan of Dash. What are your thoughts on Hollow? I think it's okay. It's also a DAG that has a really unique way of storing data, so I think it's okay. I think that's it. Overall, that's it. All right, guys. So, did I find a hidden pattern? Well, maybe. It's not that hard to find, and it's only existed for a few weeks. So, will this continue? Will we see a decline until Thursday and then a massive run up starting Thursday night and going into Friday? Maybe. Or we just see some sideways movement until Bitcoin tries to break 50,000 again. That could be also the case. You know, these patterns, right? They're accurate until they're not. Just like TA, they work until they don't. So you can't rely on them on 100%. But what I do know is long term, you just have to focus on all the good news, the buying, the adoption, to realize that, yeah, this is just, silly to worry about, right? This is still so early. This is why we need to be in the game. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys.